we're going to move up to Cedar Rapids. I got to say, if you are getting into watching Twins minor league system games as part of your Twins TV deal or just minor league MILB TV, check out the Kernels, man. They're so fun. Their offense is absolutely dominant. They have some super fun arms. Unfortunately, Charlee Soto is on the shelf at the moment with a forearm strain, but it's a really fun collection of Twins talent, especially on the hitting side. So I'm curious, Jeremy, who you got for guys off to a great start at Cedar Rapids?
So the first name, and I picked a couple here. One probably less surprising, but his stats aren't pulling up for me. The second one, Jose Olivares, who in 13 2/3 innings, 4 starts, has a whip under 1, an opposing batting average of 116, struck out 20, issued 8 walks, and has allowed 1 earned run and 5 hits. So just a really, really small sample size, a little bit older, 22, but making his debut at Cedar Rapids after splitting between Complex League, rookie ball, and pitching 46 innings for Fort Myers last year. So just for me, good to see. That's strictly numbers, right? And that's results based, and you don't always want to go down that path. But when you see good numbers like that, it's at least something to keep an eye on. The other name that's probably not surprising at all that I'm going to say is Billy Amick. Still doesn't have any home runs.
So bizarre, huh?
Which is nuts. But has a 922 OPS, so 6 doubles, 1 triple, 12 runs batted in, has struck out 26 times to only 15 walks. But I do think that when you're hitting like he's hitting, not necessarily the ball over the fence, but this league is not hard for him. So I would expect that maybe he spends the whole year there. I don't know that he necessarily should.
I don't think so.
And, is he a third baseman? Is he a first baseman? We'll figure all that out later. Maybe he's a corner outfielder, but has done everything that I've expected him to do, aside from hitting a bunch of bombs. But I feel like he'll come here soon.
That's coming. Unfortunately, he is also on the IL. Shout out to Cody Schoenman, too, also, who wrote an article at Twins Daily basically hypothesizing whether Billy Amick would be a good fit, like very, very long term as a Twins future first baseman. And everyone just yelled at him in the comments.
Seriously?
Yeah. It's one of those where people come to say what they want to say about things and didn't really pay close attention to the good work that was written. But yeah, those are great choices. Olivares is super interesting too. His fastball's in the upper 90s as well, so it's like high octane stuff. He's going to be a fun one to track in the second half of the year. I also went with a more famous hitter just because I feel like we just have not talked about him. So I picked out 2 guys, both offensive players. Kaelen Culpepper, we have not really talked about all year because he missed some time at the beginning of the year with various injuries coming out of spring training. He was, of course, the Twins' 2024 first-round pick at 21st overall. He got off to that great start last year in 2024 at Fort Myers, got bumped up, and then just kind of wore down at the end of the season. He's off to a nice start for Cedar Rapids. Just 16 games. He's lagging behind other folks a little bit due to that missed time. But he's hitting 333, 400, 508. That's good for a 155 WRC plus. Got a couple of home runs, 4 stolen bases, walking 10% of the time, striking out just 11% of the time, and playing slick defense at shortstop. That is exactly what I was hoping to see from Kaelen Culpepper at High-A. That just feels like whoever is most healthy out of Amick, and it's not going to be Amick now because he's on the IL. Whoever's most healthy out of Amick, DeBarge, and Culpepper is going to Double-A in the next 2 months, in my opinion.
And special shout out to Kyle DeBarge, who is really, really good at Cedar Rapids. So 284, 402, 477 for 879 OPS, leads the team with 4 home runs, Also 16 for 16 stolen bases and
Love it.
has 22 walks and only 20 strikeouts. So he's probably the best of the lot right now.
Yep.
And someone that I think we're both excited about when the Twins selected him. So special shout out to him as
100%.